Hey ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from Redolessence and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it and I hope that this video finds you well. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at the newest original creation by the company Dua Fragrances. This one just came out, I think in time for Black Friday, if I'm timing this correctly, and this one is called La Cosa Nostra, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of La Cosa Nostra by Dua Fragrances, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews here on YouTube, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, special guests, interviews, and pretty much anything having to do with fragrances, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, while you're at it, please make sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell icon. This way, whenever I do put out these videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed. So here we have an original creation by the company Dua Fragrances, and whenever they come out with an original, I always keep it on my radar and I'm always excited to see what they come out with. In the past, of course, they've done Flagship and Intimacy and many other originals that I absolutely love. And when I saw the note breakdown for this one, which Massam Raza, the creative director and the founder of the company, actually shared with me prior to the launch and release of this fragrance, I saw a lot of ingredients in the note breakdown that I truly love. There's praline, vanilla, coffee, cognac, a lot of gourmand, some dark, some boozy ingredients. And so I thought to myself, this is one I absolutely have to have. And I'm telling you, I am really excited to be reviewing this one because I truly love this fragrance. In terms of an original creation that it is, it doesn't remind me of anything else out there. I'm so excited to give you my thoughts on this fragrance, but let's start things off with the presentation. Here is the box for this fragrance. It's actually quite different from other Dua presentations that I've seen in the past. And it just opens up here on the front to reveal a silhouette in which the bottle rests. All of your ingredients may be located on the back, and this is Eau de Parfum as opposed to Extrait de Parfum. And here you have the bottle, and this is a differently shaped bottle. This one is more cylindrical as opposed to their typical bottles, but you have the label here on the front with the name of the fragrance. Nothing going on at the bottom. And the cap for this fragrance is a snug fit, so you can pick it up from the cap. And the distribution on the atomizer is nice and wide. Let's continue with the smell. So as soon as this fragrance opens up, I think that's when you're going to get the sweetest elements in here. Now, I know the sweet ingredients in here are vanilla and praline, but I'm also kind of getting like the sweet resinous thing going on in here too. And I can tell how that cognac accord is being utilized in here because not only does it smell boozy and resinous, but it also has that underlying touch of sweetness that I really enjoy about this one. Now, of course, there's also a note of coffee in this one, and the coffee is not too dark. It's not like a dark roast or like a heavy brew or anything like that. But I can definitely see how the accents of coffee really help shape and define the personality of this fragrance, while allowing this fragrance to not be too heavy-handed on the vanilla, the praline, the resins, and stuff like that. Now, there is this cognac accord, if you will, in here. It's a little spicy, it's a little sweet. It definitely has that boozy tonality about it. It's really, really good. And I'm surprised that they put out something like this and that it's been such a long time since they've released something like this, because I feel like this is really where they shine. In terms of original creations, I know they have the capacity and the potential to put out fragrances that smell like nothing out there. And for me, I'm trying to compare it to other tobacco fragrances. I'm trying to compare it to other cognac or whiskey types of fragrances. And I'm trying to compare it to other praline, vanilla, boozy, resinous, sweet types of fragrances, but I truly can't. I feel like this fragrance really stands on its own two legs. I'm really happy with what they did here, and it's definitely the type of fragrance to wear in this time of the year when it gets a little bit colder outside in the winter, the fall, so on and so forth. And I truly feel as though if you are going to purchase anything, if for some reason they do happen to be running a Black Friday promotion, which I know they will because they've been teasing about it on their Facebook group, I would say you must pick up this fragrance. It is really good given the quality, the price, everything going on in here. And it's such a dynamic fragrance in the sense that it does change quite a bit. In the opening, I kind of get like the sweet, candied, almost pineapple-like aroma. And then once it starts to settle, I get that coffee and the boozy richness and the sweetness. But the vanilla is definitely present from the very beginning, but it's never overly strong. It's never domineering or anything like that. Fantastic fragrance. Kudos to you. My hat goes off to you, sir. This is very well done. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this is definitely a unique fragrance because despite the fact that I was trying to pin it back to some other tobacco, cognac, vanilla, praline fragrances that I may have tried in the past, this one truly stands out. It doesn't smell like anything else that I have personally smelled before, in my humble opinion. And so it definitely earns points for uniqueness. And the overall smell is incredibly pleasant, but it's probably not the first fragrance that I would recommend, especially if you are somebody who is used to some of the brighter, fresher, more citrusy offerings on the market. This one is definitely a little bit darker and rougher around the edges, but a fantastic fragrance nonetheless. In terms of the longevity, you can expect about 8 hours on your skin. I personally sprayed it on today, I think 5 hours ago, 5.5 hours ago. It's still going strong. I'm still getting wafts off of my shirt, and I definitely sprayed my clothes quite heavily, but the longevity on this one is very good. Projection is really great for the first 2 to 2.5 hours of application. It didn't start to sit a little bit closer to the skin until about that 6.5 hour mark, but definitely no slouch in the performance department. Neither the projection nor the longevity are compromised. Versatility is really good. I just wouldn't wear it in the hotter weather, and I think because of the elements contained in here, it's less of a casual and day-to-day fragrance and more of a special event and formal occasion type of a fragrance. Perfectly unisex, although some people might argue that it leans a little bit masculine on account of those darker notes. And the presentation is pretty cool for this new type of a presentation from Dua, which is not replacing any of their existing fragrances, but I think this is how they might want to put out their original creations going forward. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me. My final verdict on this fragrance is it is an incredible fragrance. I think they did a wonderful job with this one. Kudos to you once again for putting out a great coffee, boozy, vanilla, and praline sort of a fragrance. I think this is really going to attract a lot of new clients, especially those who are more interested in original creations, because this one does a phenomenally well done job, and I'm definitely looking forward to wearing this one a lot more in the months to come. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I really do appreciate it. That was my review of La Cosa Nostra by Dua Fragrances. If you own or have tried this fragrance, please do go ahead and let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And also, please remember to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. This way, whenever I do put out these videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you soon. Bye.